Morning, folks. How is everyone? As always, hope you're doing well. You're my people. You know I love you. I want you to be the big three. So, I'm out walking the mutts this morning, and we get out early. I'm old. I played with the girls a little too much. My back's kind of sketchy, so I got up about 3:30 this morning. And it's only about an hour and a half earlier than usual, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, we got out just for the sunrise. Which is always nice. Good way to start the day. And I guess right before sunrise, there was a pretty nasty wreck on my corner, which isn't unusual for where I live. Trust me, this is the bumper car parkway over here. I didn't think anything of it because I didn't hear the brakes. Usually you hear the brake squeal and then the impact, but I just heard a soft thump, right? So I'm thinking fender bender. Again, not unusual because people are in a rush to meet Jesus. I love me some Jesus too. I'm just not in that big a rush to go meet him. Apparently these folks are. So this would have happened 4:45, maybe 5-ish this morning. Anyway, I'm already up and we started to caffeinate and the dogs are up my butt because it's morning and they want to go for walkies. Them up and we go look at the accident. And a little red car T-boned a mid-size SUV. Little red car's heading west. SUV, I'm assuming, was heading north. T-boned it and drove it up onto the island. So both of the cars are shot. I mean, if you hit a bug on your windshield these days, your car's pretty much totaled. So these are all late model vehicles. Fire, ambo, police, everybody roll up. But that's not the point of this video, even though I've completely tracked off into land. While I'm out walking the dogs and we're catching the sunrise, the sun isn't where it's supposed to be. Just saying. I've lived in the same place for 35 years. And I am one of those odd people that wakes up early in the morning, so it's not outside my routine to see the sun rise. I know where it rises in the winter. I know where it rises in the summer, where we are now. And it's not where it's supposed to be. So if you watch Space Weather News with Ben Davidson, I watch it every day, I fell down into the rabbit hole of the 12,000 year catastrophe cycle, and part of that is the Earth shifting, right? So it goes like this to this. Now, most of you have already said, dude, it's the precession, and the sun doesn't always rise in the same place, and I know this, but I know where it rises. So like Stonehenge, there's a calendar because at certain times of the year it rises between certain trilathons and points to, yeah, no, I get all that shit. It'd be really interesting to find out if those guys are having differences too. But yeah, no, mine was more north than it should have been. This time of year, the sun basically rises in, well, the sun always rises in the east and sets in the west, right? But this was further north than normal east for the sunrise this time of year. Just to give you an idea, if you were to put solar panels on your house, you put them on the southern exposure where it's going to get the most amount of sunlight, and then you angle them so when it's winter sun, you get more than when it's summer sun, right? So maximum efficiency. This is facing south. The sun comes up this way. Except today, the sun came up this way. And I'm just looking at it, and it's like at a kilter. So I'm wondering, because in the catastrophe world, they say it's going to be a super energetic pulse from the sun is going to charge all the plates and the magma and the interstitial fluids and whatever, and the Earth's going to snap, and then it's going to cause tidal waves, which I'm sure it does. But I'm starting to wonder if we're getting creep. Because, you know, the poles are moving. They're creeping as well. What was originally magnetic north has moved, and so has south. You can look all that stuff up. Go over to Ben Davidson. He's got hours of video on it if you're that interested. And he updates pretty regularly. But I just thought it was odd that the sun was in the wrong place this morning. Something I you know, it makes it easier and easier to believe that you're living in a friggin' video game every day. Because I've seen Orion in the wrong place at the wrong time of year too, and I'm like, why the hell does that happen? Odd phenomena, because we've been cursed by the ancient Chinese curse of me who live in interesting times. I'm getting a little sick and tired of interesting. I'd like to see some boring for a little while. Just throwing it out there. Do me a favor. Tomorrow, if you're up early, you're having your coffee or your caffeination of choice, and you manage to catch a sunrise, see if it's where it's supposed to be. I would tell you to take a compass out, but your compass is going to be off because magnetic north is moving. And so if magnetic north is moving, so is your compass needle. I mean, if you really wanted to check, you could go out and find the pole star, put your compass up, and see if you're even relatively close to where the pole star is. But I don't believe Polaris is shifting. I think it's the planet, man. I think we're getting the creep. Find out. Anyway, weather's weird. Sun's in the wrong place. People are all losing their shit. I was watching Blonde in the Belly of the Beast has a show with her Idaho folks. I watched maybe a half an hour, 40 minutes of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. It's not really my thing. But, they need to get Trump tested. He's cognitively impaired. And I'm like, you know, I bash Trump on a regular basis, but I like the guy enough, and I'm glad we got him and not someone else. I don't know if he's cognitively impaired as much as the stress is friggin' getting to him. Just saying, it's pretty stressful in that job. Especially when idiots don't want to listen, and you think it's your responsibility to keep them in line, which to a degree it is, but also to a degree it's not. And it's not our fault to bitch smack the rest of the world into common sense. Good luck with that. That's it. Just random bullshit today. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a course. And the last sign I got when I was out walking the dogs the other day, and I was talking to the big man upstairs, and said, you know, just toss me a sign, and then some idiot comes speeding by me, and I yell at him, slow down, and I'm like, oh, that's my sign. So I'm just taking it slow and easy, man. I don't know where shit's gonna go, neither does anyone else, by the way, but what I got, you can tell. Birds are up and happy. Incidentally, if you fuckers would go into my garden and eat those little green nasty caterpillars that are chewing on my friggin' pepper plants, I'd appreciate it. One thing after another, but you know what? Breathe. Take your time. Remember, if you only see this much of the world, then all you see is problems. But when you see this much of the world, these problems become a lot smaller. That's the way you gotta look at it, man. It's just the way it is. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I know this is just rambling bullshit, but maybe it helps, maybe it don't, but that's one of the tasks I have been given, is to talk to you folks and try and help you out where I can. So, that's what I got. Hope it helps. If not, well, thanks for watching. Do me a favor, like, share, remind, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. All those things help. And even if it didn't help you, it might help someone else. So, till the next time, my friends, Skol.